Hello, Maurieo on static displays. Hello, welcome. Well, in my assignment for engineering design and drawing, I asked students to make a static display to support their tennis ball launcher. And I've got a number of questions about, static displays. Static means stationary, and display obviously means to put something on show. So what is a static display? Well, it can be many things, but I think the essential aim of a static display is to sell your product, your idea, or whatever. It's about selling. It's about getting interest in what you've done and why you're doing it. And so this is the purpose of a static display. But remember the medium that you're using. You're using a visual medium. So you don't want lots of fine print, basically, because people don't read fine print, be it on a consumer guarantee or on the ingredients on the back of a packet or the thing you sign up for with your internet provider. People don't read fine print. And on a static display where people are standing, anything that's small and compact, people are not really going to bother to read it unless they're eccentrically interested in it. So the purpose of the static display is to put things out there so that people can see easily what it's about and what it's doing. And people are there to be essentially entertained and have a look, really. So, it's got to be interesting, catch their eye-catching, and really sell your product. So if your static display can make your product seem exciting and people asking, I wonder what that can do. So, that's my view of what a static display is. And I've got a few slides of static displays going on in here in the background, from the professional static display that you might find, say, at a trade fair, to the static display that you might find at a science fair, or generally a museum, or that sort of thing is pretty good at static displays, where they're static, they don't move, and you go around and have a look and garner people's interest in them. And in terms of the level we're at, the trifold board is one of the key elements of the static display. Anyway, let's get down to some specifics for the static display for my assignment, or some of the finer details that most people probably not interested in, but if you're a student and this is part of your assessment, well, it might be worth just paying closer attention. So static display, as I said, it can be many things. So what I did when I looked up tried to find some information that might be helpful for students on static display, what I did was I looked at these here are my sort of things that I searched for on Google. So trifold display boards certainly brings up quite a lot of images of, trifold display boards actually. But they're the sort of basis of your science fair student type thing. Now, there's many ways of perhaps doing that, and what better than recycling old cardboard, say from a refrigerator box, or 62-inch flat screen TV or something of that sort of nature is pretty good stuff to get out there and find as a basis for your display board. And then you can perhaps stick a bit of white paper or whatever on it, or a bit of black building paper perhaps as a background, or anything scrap that you've got, or some people sort of screw up paper to get that textured background to it. So these are all possibilities. Other ones that I searched on, of course, were the trade fair displays. So they're the more professional static display, and science fair displays. Some good ideas there. If you search through the images, find one you like, and then visit the site that relates to. Although I wouldn't, in doing this, you get a lot of things from Pinterest, which just relates back to pictures. So you need to maybe stay away from those, but you come up with some ideas and things there. So science fair displays, and static display boards, which that's sort of where we started. So I started, by just doing a little bit of, before I did this video, of a little bit of research there to get some ideas for static displays, or to give an indication. So yes, once you've sort of had a bit of a look there, the point of for the assignment, of course, in this instance, is to sell your tennis ball launcher. Now, it's a selling process, so you're not literally going to sell it. Well, you might get some sales, but that's not the intention. It's to get it out there and tell people, why is yours the best? Mine, and don't forget or remember that the purpose of this particular assignment is the design process, to highlight and demonstrate the design process and how that works, and how you've used it to develop your tennis ball launcher. Now, one of the things that I would be putting on mine is what it can do. I mean, that is an integral part of the design process. What can your tennis ball launcher do? In testing, our tennis ball launcher threw the ball out to 57 meters, but since then we've made a number of design changes, and we are now consistently going out beyond that mark on a regular basis. So we're expecting bigger things and a 3-figure result, something like that. But you do need to be a bit careful that you don't predict too far beyond the actual capabilities of your launcher, because you could get slightly embarrassed perhaps when it doesn't perform to the stated expectations. Also, you might be able to argue that although your tennis ball launcher is not reaching the heady heights of 3-digit distance on a cost per meter basis, it's really economical, and that may meet the point for some of your customers more so than the distance. I mean, distance may not be a major factor for your particular clientele, shall we say. So there's all these aspects of things where you really want to apply your creativity and problem-solving abilities to showing how and graphically communicating the various aspects of your tennis ball launcher. Should others be worried? Is yours the tennis ball launcher to beat them all? These are the questions. And so I would hope that I have answered your questions on the static display and what the expectation is for the assignment. However, if you have further questions, please put them in the comments below, and I will attempt to answer them, or perhaps even I may have to do some further research and make another follow-up video. This is all part of the design process. All good. Cheers. See you.